Is this problem giving you nightmares? If so, I got your back. But first, let me use the bathroom. So what is up, mathletes? Let's get down to work. Thanks for joining Dr. Math here in our studios. And we have two problems here. Number one, we got this robot problem that's bugging the heck out of everyone. And number two, I can't find my glasses.
Relax.
I can't see anything without my glasses.
So if you see me like this, right, you know what's going on. All right, so let's jump into this. So a lot of things going on, and if any of you are like me that can't see anything without your glasses, comment down below. Show my man some love. All right, so here we go. We have one pair of boots, two pair of boots, three pair of boots, and those three pair of boots equal 30. So right away what that tells us is that each pair of boots equals 30. And this is how I prepared for you because I already knew I cannot see is I prepackaged this. You see this down here? So I know that each pair of boots, let me bring this up. See, you gotta think ahead of time. You gotta think ahead. Whatever your weakness is, you gotta come up with a strength. So each pair of boots is equal to 10. So what I know is that this pair of boots, boom, is 10. This pair of boots, boom, is 10. This pair of boots, boom, is 10. These boots were made for walking. Nah, I won't go there. All right, so if each pair of boots, right, if each pair of boots is equal to 10, what that tells us is that each boot by itself, and notice where I have that, this boot all by itself, this boot by itself must be half of 10. So each boot, singular, is 5. So everywhere I see one boot, just like we have right here, we're going to write 5 because that's what it's equal to. So let's go ahead and let's do that, mathletes. All right. And I'm curious, by the way, where are you guys watching this video from? Comment down below because I was looking at our last video. We got people from all over. That's pretty darn awesome. So comment down below. We want to know where you're watching from. All right. So, I forgot one. I tell you, not seen so well. So we have another pair of boots. So that's 10. So equation 1, we've exhausted equation 1. Equation 2, right? Equation 2, check it out. You have this robot here, we have this robot, and we know this is 10. So robot plus robot equals 10, or sorry, plus 10 equals 20. So if you have the 10 here, we know that 10 plus 10 equals 20. So these two together, right? And look what I did here, I prepared. I'm telling you, I'm preparing for you guys. These two together, they also better equal 10, right? When we add them up. And so when we add them up, notice we note that each one of those has to be 5. So every robot that we see, let's go ahead and write that down. Every robot that we see is also 5. So this guy's 5 and this guy's 5. And we could always check that, right? So 5 plus 5 is 10, plus another 10, 20. Perfect. Equation 2, check. All right. Step 3. Step 3 is the most important step here. All right. So what you got to do is like the video and subscribe. All right, guys. So step 3, here we go. Notice we have another robot, but since we have a robot there, let's go ahead and let's lay 5 on it because I got 5 on it. All right, depending where you're listening from, you got that. So this robot is worth 5. So if this is worth 5, then that means all this together must equal 12. But notice, I can't find my glasses. And so what I really got to do is I really got to zoom in here. And I've done my homework, right? I've done my homework. And what I remember is when I zoom in here, that robot is really holding 2 bottles of water, right? 2 bottles of water. So that robot is worth 5, but what we really have, and look, I've done my homework for you guys. I've been prepping. You got to give us a like and a subscribe for this. We've been prepping. We really have not 1, not 2, not 3, but tell them, Johnny.
Is 6.
Yes, we have 6 bottles of water, right? 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. 6 bottles of water for the price of 1. And so these 6 bottles of water, right? What they have to be equal to is they have to be equal to 12, because what we said is 12 plus 5, right? This is worth 5, equals that 17 that we have. And what's cool is we added a cool feature here. So go ahead and actually, if you're using a phone, touch that 17 and you'll see that nothing happens.
You sit on a throne of lies.
All right, moving on. So notice we have 6 bottles of water. So we have 6 bottles of water. And actually, that's the one I didn't prepare. So let's go ahead and let's cut this water and let's copy it over here. So we have 6 bottles of water, and we know that that must equal 12. So 6 times what is 12? Well, each bottle of water, let's write this over here. I'm like a dog chasing his tail. Don't know where I'm going, right? Each bottle of water must equal 2, because we just said 6 times 2 be 12. All right, so now we have the bottles of water are 2. The boots are 5. 1 boot is 5. And each little robot here, or fridge, or whatever you want to call this, I don't have glasses, I think it's a robot, is worth 5. All right, so now let's put all this together. So we have this water bottle, we said is 2. And then we have a robot here, and we said the robot's worth, wait a minute, right? Because this robot here is holding out on us, right? We're supposed to be getting the essentials and not hoarding stuff. But look what this robot's doing. It has 1, 2, 3. You guys could correct me in the comments, but I see 3 right now. I don't have glasses on. And it has 2 boots on. So let's write all this down. It has a pair of boots on. We know those boots from our earlier discussion is worth 10. It has 3 bottles of water worth 2 each. So that's 6. And then the robot itself is worth 5. So when we add up the grand total, let me add up the grand total here. All right, and we get 21. So let's rewrite this equation. So our last equation, what it looks like is we got the 5 plus the 11, not 11, I said 21, that's an imposter. Plus 21, I don't know how it looks, can't see, times the 2, right? So let's go ahead and do the math. So here we need our order of operations. If you're struggling with the order of operations, I got a link down below that'll help you out. Another very liked video of ours. So we go ahead and multiply first using the order of operations. So we get 42. And then we go ahead and, we're not using that 5 yet, so we drop it like it's hot. Bam. Add those 2 mother suckers and we get 47. So all those, that last equation equals 47. And that's how you do it. And what I'm gonna say to you, what makes this video different than all the others, is I'm gonna give you a little piece of advice. How many different variables do you see here? All right, I wanna send you home with something nice. All right, notice we have boots, right? That's 1 variable. We have a robot, 2 variables. We have a water bottle, 3 variables. But then you start writing variables with variables. And in math, those are called subscripts. If you want to see a video about that, let me know. But subscripts are like this. Variables, we have a robot, we'll call it R. And subscripts, notice that robot is carrying a, look at this robot here, let me point it out to you. This robot is carrying a water bottle. So what I would say in math right? Depending what level you're at. This comes later. That robot, we would say it's a robot but it's carrying a water bottle, so we would have it as its own subscript. So we would call it R sub W because it's carrying a water bottle. And for this problem, actually, if we were to do this properly, right, using real math, right, we would have way too many variables to solve for, and this would have infinitely many solutions. But again, if you want to challenge me, we'll talk later. But for this problem, we're just having fun. So this is what most people are getting. All right, if you guys like that, make sure you help us out and subscribe. You like it, and you check out our next videos. Peace.